In January 2025, Squeeze Benz, the world's most known street racer, got 5 years in prison. And just like that, the king of New York street racing was gone. But the streets didn't go quiet. The races didn't stop because someone else stepped up to grab the crown. His name is Devious. He drives a BMW M3 G80, and he's becoming the future king of cutting up. And the NYPD can't stop him. Thousands of people subscribe to a channel that's posted only 3 full videos. That's a growing legend. The man behind it stays faceless. Mid-20s at most, drives a BMW M3 G80 producing over 400 horsepower. And he's a core member of Squeeze Team, the same crew that turned New York highways into their personal proving ground until their leader got 5 years for reckless driving and assault. But here's what makes Devious different from Squeeze. Squeeze was aggressive, loud, posted constantly, built a following through volume and spectacle. Devious is calculated. 2 major uploads in 7 months. Every piece of content surgical. Every clip showing exactly what he wants you to see. No face reveals, no real name leaks. Just the YouTube channel name at Devious G80 and a growing reputation as the smoothest driver left in the Squeeze orbit. The G80 isn't an accident, it's strategy. Squeeze drove flashier cars, Porsches, modified imports, cars that screamed street racer to every cop within visual range. The M3 blends, looks like any other luxury sedan on the Cross Bronx until Devious drops it into sport mode and cuts through rush hour traffic at triple-digit speeds. His signature move is the cut, a sharp lane change executed at speeds where one miscalculation means catastrophic collision. Late braking into the maneuver, throttle feints that make the car dance sideways just enough to slip through gaps that don't look wide enough. Then straight acceleration out the other side like nothing happened. Fans call it devious because it looks effortless. Cops call it reckless endangerment. Devious calls it driving. He doesn't hide what he does. Posts it with disclaimers claiming everything is performed by trained professionals in controlled environments, which gives him just enough legal cover to keep the videos monetized and the channel alive. The strategy works. 137,000 views on a casual cruise video, 32,000 on a live police evasion, and a short that pulls additional traffic to keep his subscriber count climbing. After Squeeze's sentencing, everyone wondered who would step up. License has straight line speed. Other affiliates have aggression. But Devious has precision, and in a scene where one mistake ends everything, precision is the only thing that matters. So what exactly do these runs show, and why can't the NYPD use them to prosecute? Video 1, License Hits Me Up for a Cruise. This was uploaded around June 2025. The title promises casual. The content delivers chaos. It all started with License, another Squeeze Team driver wanting to run some highways. Just cruising, testing the cars, nothing serious. Within 2 minutes, they're weaving through traffic at over 100 miles per hour. What was supposed to be a cruise becomes a head-to-head comparison. Who can hold speed through traffic? Who can execute cleaner cuts? Who's actually the better driver? The key moment hits not too far from the beginning. Devious is running the left lane at around 110. A car merges without seeing him. Most drivers brake. Most drivers back off. Devious drifts. He cuts right, lets the rear end slide just enough to bleed speed without losing momentum, then straightens out and accelerates past the car like it was standing still. The whole maneuver takes 3 seconds. 137,000 views, 3,500 likes, 900 comments debating who won. But here's what makes this video valuable beyond entertainment. It's evidence. Clear documentation of reckless driving, speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour in dense traffic maneuvers that endanger other drivers who never consented to being part of a street race. The NYPD has seen it. They've analyzed the footage. and they still can't prosecute, because proving who's driving requires more than a dashboard camera angle, requires connecting the vehicle to a registered owner, requires testimony from officers who witnessed the crime in person. Devious never shows his face, never reveals the license plate clearly, never provides the evidence needed to charge him. And then there's video 2, Devious toys with cops live POV, uploaded around April 2025. This one's more brazen. Live dashcam footage. Devious is running a highway when sirens flash in front of him. Most people pull over. Devious toys. He slows down just enough to make the patrol car think he's complying, then bolts. Hits 130 miles per hour. Weaves through traffic using larger vehicles as visual barriers. Changes lanes unpredictably, so the cop can't anticipate his path. At one point, he slows back to normal speed, blends into traffic. The patrol car passes him, still looking for the M3 that was running. Then Devious exits at an industrial ramp and disappears into side streets where pursuit vehicles can't follow. 32,000 views, 1,200 likes, 400 comments split between "This is why cops can't catch you" and "This is why Squeeze is locked up for 5 years." The technique on display is textbook Squeeze team evasion. Don't outrun them in a straight line. Outrun them through complexity. Make pursuits so dangerous to civilians that police policy forces them to disengage. New York law specifically prohibits high-speed chases when civilian safety is compromised. Once speeds exceed certain thresholds and the suspect starts weaving through dense traffic, officers have to back off and attempt tracking through alternative methods. Devious knows this, uses it. The toying isn't recklessness, it's calculated exploitation of the pursuit policy. So why does Devious choose the BMW M3 G80 specifically? Why not a lighter car? Why not more horsepower? Because cutting isn't about raw speed, it's about control at the edge of traction. The G80 produces over 400 horsepower from a twin-turbo inline-six. That's enough to hit 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds, enough to hang with anything on the highway. But the real advantage is the chassis. BMW engineered the G80 for track precision, adaptive suspension that reads the road surface and adjusts damping in real time. Rear-wheel drive with enough electronic intervention to save you when you push too far, but not so much that it kills the feel. For a driver like Devious, who makes his name on late brake cuts and drift corrections, that balances everything. Watch his technique in the License Cruise video. He doesn't just change lanes, he commits to the cut late. Brakes hard to load the front tires, then turns in sharply while releasing brake pressure so the rear steps out just slightly. That slide does two things. First, it bleeds speed without fully braking, which means he exits the maneuver faster than if he'd slowed conventionally. Second, it changes his trajectory mid-cut, which makes him unpredictable to anyone tracking his movement. To a cop watching from behind, Devious looks like he's losing control. By the time they process that he's actually executing a deliberate maneuver, he's already 3 car lengths ahead and accelerating into another cut. This technique comes from drifting, specifically from throttle feinting, which is when you modulate the gas pedal mid-corner to break traction just enough to rotate the car. Street racers in the 1990s used this to navigate tight urban roads at high speed. Rafael Estevez, the veteran racer whose story inspired elements of Fast and Furious, described it in a 1998 Vibe article as becoming desensitized to the risk. You do it enough times and what looks impossible to observers feels routine. Your brain stops registering the danger because you've trained it out through repetition. But Estevez also warned that confidence kills. You think you have total control until the moment you don't. And when you lose it at 130 miles per hour, there's no second chance. Devious hasn't lost it yet, but the crashes happening around him suggest it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. The NYPD isn't passively watching these videos, they're actively hunting. After Squeeze's January 2025 sentencing, the department doubled down, formed task forces specifically targeting street racing crews, installed more automated license plate readers on highways known for swims, partnered with state police to coordinate pursuits across jurisdictional lines. But Devious stays untouched. No arrest record, no booking photo, no verified charges. Part of that is strategy. He posts less frequently than Squeeze did, 2 videos and a short versus Squeeze's multiple uploads per week. Less content means less evidence, less exposure means fewer chances for police to identify patterns. He also uses mirrors. The channel uploads appear on alternate accounts that repost Squeeze team content when primary channels get flagged. If his main account gets banned, the videos survive elsewhere and the subscriber base can migrate. But the real defense is anonymity. Without connecting the face to the footage, without tying the vehicle registration to the driver, the NYPD has video evidence of crimes committed by an unknown person in an unidentified car. That's not enough to prosecute. However, the net is tightening, not through arrests, through attrition. In February 2025, a Squeeze team affiliate crashed while attempting a cut at 130 miles per hour. The dash cam footage went viral on X. 3.2 million views, the car totaled. The driver walked away, but the message was clear: one wrong move and you don't get a second chance. In May, another affiliate nearly flipped a Lamborghini Urus during a 140 mile per hour weave. 2.1 million views, comments flooded with warnings, that's Devious level risky. One more crash and NYPD will use it as evidence. In March, an affiliate got spotted by state police and bolted. Hit 150 miles per hour cutting through traffic on the thruway. 315,000 views on the pursuit footage. Every incident adds pressure. Every viral crash gives prosecutors ammunition to argue these aren't skilled drivers navigating safely. They're reckless criminals endangering lives for views. Devious has avoided his own crash so far, but statistics don't favor him. The more you push the edge, the more likely you cross it. And when he does, the hunt ends, because a crash scene provides everything police need: physical vehicle, registration, driver, all the evidence anonymity currently protects him from. So is Devious actually the future king of cutting up, or just the next name on the arrest blotter? The case for King is simple. 10,000 subscribers from 3 videos and a short. That's a conversion rate most YouTubers dream about. His technique is cleaner than Squeeze's, his content is more strategic, and he's avoided arrest while others in his circle face charges. If he keeps posting, keeps building, keeps executing cuts that look impossible, the subscriber count grows. Sponsorships from automotive parts companies follow merchandise drops, maybe even a path to legitimate motorsports if he's smart about transitioning from street to track. Devious could follow that path, use the street cred to launch something legitimate, become the guy who bridges underground culture and professional racing. But that requires stopping the illegal uploads, revealing his identity, taking ownership of the brand instead of hiding behind anonymity. And there's no evidence he wants that. The case against kingship is equally simple. Every video is evidence, every view is potential witness testimony if prosecutors decide to build a case. Every day he posts brings him closer to the moment when luck runs out. Look at Squeeze, 5 years in prison for assault and reckless driving. Look at Ganestri, charged in 2024 for the same activities Devious currently posts. Look at the crashes in February and May. 3 million people watched those near deaths. Eventually, the crashes aren't near misses. Eventually, someone dies. And when that happens, everyone in the ecosystem gets scrutinized. Devious might not be the one who crashes, but if a Squeeze affiliate kills a family in a minivan during a swim, prosecutors will pull every video from every associated account. They'll build conspiracy charges. They'll argue the videos encourage dangerous behavior that led to deaths, and anonymity won't protect him anymore. The smarter move is what some veteran racers call the fade. Quit while you're ahead. Delete the channel. Disappear before arrest or tragedy forces the exit. But quitting means giving up the views, the status, the money from sponsorships and merchandise, the identity he's built as the smoothest driver in New York. That's a hard thing to walk away from. Devious understands the playbook: get famous, build the brand, stay anonymous as long as possible. And if arrest comes, it just adds to the mythology. Is he the future king or the next cautionary tale? The answer depends on one thing: whether he can stop before the crash that ends it all. Because the roads are still there, the cops are still hunting, and eventually someone always loses control. Drop a comment, Team Devious, or think he's one mistake from a headline. And if you want to see more videos about the line between skill and catastrophe, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.